Hey guys, today is your AMI activity for day 36 or Monday, May 11th. And the big idea for this week is a little different than last week, but you can see it right here at the top. Just something to be thinking about this whole time is how has your community been affected during this pandemic? So that could be like your neighborhood, the people that live near you, things like that. As a reminder, your assignment is for English, social studies, science, and math. So later, after you fill out the Google form that's attached in the slides, you'll make sure to forward your answers to all your core teachers so that they can see what you have done. So here's your objective for today. This week, you'll be thinking of ways you can improve your community or help others during this crisis. But first, you will read about how others have been doing that. Today, read the article, "Many People Are Doing Good," at the end of this packet and complete the questions. Afterward, if you have internet access, choose one of the optional articles about other cool examples of people doing good. Enter the shortened URLs provided to access the articles. So this article called "Many People Are Doing Good" is down in your packet on page 7, it looks like. And I have a separate video posted of reading that article out loud if you want to follow along, or you can read this article by yourself, but it's actually very interesting to read and it's very positive as well. So after you have read that article, your Google form will have questions about the article for you to answer. And here's the other part of what you're doing. So you're thinking about, have you ever heard of Pay It Forward? The idea is to do something nice for 2 people and ask each of them to do something nice for 2 people. How many people have been helped? Let's look. So if you look at this little diagram right here, you were the top smiley face. By helping 2 people, 6 people were affected. So if each of those 2 people helped 2 people, now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people affected. So let's determine how many people you can affect in 1 week or 7 days. Day 1, you're going to help 5 people. Day 2, the 5 people you helped are each going to help 5 people. Day 3, everyone who has been helped will help 5 people. And then days 4, 5, 6, and 7, every person helps 5 people the next day. So it's basically like a chain reaction. You help someone, they help someone else, and you keep going from there. So you're going to show the total number of people you could affect in 1 week by either drawing an exponent tree like the example, like these smiley faces right here, using a graph, or even just tally marks. So your final product today that you'll complete in the Google form and slides in Advisory Google Classroom is, why is helping the community important? And your answer might say something like, helping the community is important because blank. And again, remember, you want your answers to be more than just one short little sentence, because you're developing your answer, your product, with relevant, well-chosen facts, definitions, concrete details, quotations, and other info and examples. So the things you use to support your answer could come from the article that you're reading from today. It could come from your chart or graph that you make about helping people. It could come from definitions you looked up, things you heard from people in your family or the community. You just want to find other sources to support your answer and strengthen it. Here is a quick look at the slides for today. They're very similar to the AMI packet that we just went over, but I'll go over these for you just in case. So day 36 is called My Community at Large. Why is helping the community important? So that's your big idea. So for today's assignment, you're going to be thinking of ways you can improve your community or help others during this crisis. First, you're going to read that article that I showed you. The article is linked here, and if you would like to listen to it read aloud, click this link right here. If you don't need that or just want to read it yourself, that's fine. You can access the article right here or in your AMI packet. But if you would like to follow along, you can also click the read aloud. And there's a bunch of questions off to the side of the article that you're going to answer as well, and those will be in your Google form. So we'll visit that in just a second. As a reminder, you need to share your answers with your core teachers. the Google form automatically sends your answers to your email address. You just need to forward it to your English, math, social studies, and science teachers after you have submitted it. If you don't know how to do that or you forgot, there's a link right here on how to do that. That'll take you to a video, but if you already know how to do it, go ahead and do it. For today's assignment, here's the optional articles about other cool examples of people doing good. So there's no questions in the assignment about these. However, if you just want some positivity or you want to read a little bit more, these are some great examples of people doing good in this time. Here's that diagram we looked at again. Have you ever heard of pay it forward? The idea is to do something nice for two people and ask each of them to do something nice for two people. So again, that's the diagram we already looked at. By helping two people, 6 people total were affected. And you might find helping other people also makes you happy. Here's that explanation again. So day 1, you're going to help 5 people. Day 2, those 5 people you helped are each going to help 5 people. Day 3, everyone who has been helped will help 5 people. And days 4, 5, 6, and 7, every person helps 5 people the next day. So part of what you're going to be doing is showing the total number of people you could affect in 1 week by drawing an exponent tree like the example on the previous slide, using a graph, or even tally marks. You may do this on a piece of paper or by using a digital resource. So however you want to think about that and represent that is great. Your final product entry for today, you'll answer this question, in a Google form. And you're thinking about why is helping the community important. So your answer might start with the red here. Helping the community is important because blank. And you're going to develop your product with relevant, well-chosen facts, definitions, concrete details, quotations, and other information and examples. So that's the end of your slides for that day. And just really quickly, I wanted to show you the Google form as well that you'll be filling out. So this is your day 36 form. It's linked in the Google slides that we just looked at. There's a reminder at the top that you'll have to send a copy to your core teachers. Don't forget to do that. This starts off the same as all the other ones you've been doing so far. Type your first and last name here. Select who your English teacher is, who your math teacher is, who your social studies teacher is, and who your science teacher is. These questions down here are the ones that we noticed off to the side as we were reading the article, so you will actually answer them here. The first one is about the first chunk of reading, and it says, Jody Better is playing cello concerts for her neighbors. Why do you think she said she needs to do this? And your answer should probably start with, I think she says this because blank. You don't have to start your answer with that, but it's just to help you if you don't really know how to get started with your answer. The next chunk of the article has a question that says, what's the main idea of this section? Use examples from the text to support your reasoning. So your answer really will have 3 parts here. You'll say the main idea is blank, the article states, and then include a quote from the article, and explain what that means, what that quote means, and how it proves your point. Chunk 3, why are people having the tend and befriend response amidst this crisis? People are having to tend and befriend, which means to take care of and be friendly to others during the crisis because blank. So as a reminder, these questions are based off of the article that you should have already read. If you forgot, those chunks of the article are right here for you, but this was already something you should have read or listened to previously. The next chunk, there's a question that says, what is the main idea of this section? Use examples from the text to support your reasoning. So that question sounds familiar, but it's about a different part of the text. So again, you're going to say the main idea is blank. The article states blank and put a quote, and then explain what that quote means and how it relates to your main idea. Chunk 5, how are Better's concerts meeting both a personal need and a community need? So how are they helping her and the people around her? You might say Better's concerts help her by blank, while also helping her community through blank. And you'll type your answer right here. The next chunk says, did this article give you any ideas for how you can help someone in your community? Explain one idea. So this is just an opinion. You can't be wrong, but you do need to answer it. You might say, one idea I have to help someone in my community is blank. This will help them by blank. And that could be some big, huge gesture that takes days to organize. It could also just be something as simple as getting your mail for your neighbor and putting it on their porch so they don't have to walk down. It could be bringing in someone's trash can if you notice it's been sitting there for days. There's plenty of little things you could do just to make others and yourself happy. After you've typed in all your answers, you're going to press next. There is one more page to this Google form. It'll take you to the next question, which is your final product for today as well. And again, it says, why is helping the community important? So this answer is just based on what you've read, what you've gathered. Why have you decided that helping the community is important? So your answer might say, helping the community is important because blank, and you're going to use anything from today or the past, things that you've looked up on your own to support your answer and explain why you think that. Once you are done with that, you'll press submit. You'll get a notification that your responses have been submitted. You'll go to your email and you will forward that email to your core teachers. Again, if you forgot how to do that, it's linked in the PowerPoint presentation and advisory Google Classroom. It's also the same thing you did last week. So those of you that have figured it out, keep on doing it. Keep it up, guys. We're almost there.